Welcome back to the Mind Compass, your 10-minute dose of mindset growth for stress management, anxiety relief, and personal development. Wada.
And g'day listeners, I'm Michael.
And I'm Janet.
And today we're diving into a crucial topic. The topic is leadership starts from within. True leadership isn't about authority, it's about inspiring those around you to achieve their best. And the most respected leaders don't just manage people, they ignite passion, build trust, and create a vision that others want to follow.
Great leadership starts with self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a deep understanding of one's purpose. In this episode, you'll learn how leadership fosters trust and influence, why purpose-driven leadership creates much stronger teams, key lessons from some of the world's great leaders, and how emotional intelligence plays a role in effective leadership. Also, practical steps to enhance your leadership mindset. So let's get started.
So let's start with the power of self-leadership. Simon Sinek, the well-known author of Start With Why, famously said, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." And this principle applies to leadership. If you want people to follow you, they must first believe in you.
Authenticity means aligning your values with your actions. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time, once said, "Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people." Leaders who are transparent and genuine build deep trust within their teams. When people see that you are consistent in your beliefs and your actions, they are more likely to follow your vision.
And as an example, one of my favourite leaders in the political space in Australia, so we're Australian, yes, was Bob Hawke, the former Australian Prime Minister. And he was widely respected because of his ability to connect with the public. He was relatable, authentic, and didn't shy away from showing his human side. His leadership was built on trust, and that trust translated into loyalty and effectiveness. And I'd like to share a personal experience from my side. Throughout my career, I've worked under both inspirational and tyrannical leaders, and the difference between the two is poles apart. Inspirational leaders create an environment where you feel valued, empowered, and motivated to be your best and do your best. They lift you up. They're the wind beneath your wings. They help you see your potential, and they push you towards success in a way that feels both challenging and rewarding. On the other hand, there's tyrannical leaders, and they drain your energy, motivation, and drive. And they lead through fear, micromanagement, and intimidation, which may create sometimes short-term results, but ultimately leads to burnout and higher turnover. And in my experience, working for an inspirational leader made me want to stay, grow, and contribute more, while the toxic leaders of the latter made me look for a way out.
True leadership fosters loyalty and long-term success, while fear-driven leadership only leads to disengagement and a fairly hasty departure. Jim Rohn famously once stated, "The challenge of leadership is to be strong but not rude, be kind but not weak, be bold but not a bully, be thoughtful but not lazy, be humble, not timid, and be proud but never arrogant." True leadership is a balance of confidence and humility, ensuring that you guide with both vision and empathy. Take a moment to reflect. Are your actions aligned with your core values? If not, what adjustments can you make? Consider writing down your top 5 values and comparing them to your recent decisions and behaviours. Are there gaps between what you believe in and how you act? If so, identify specific ways to bring your actions into alignment with your principles. For example, if you value honesty but often avoid difficult conversations, commit to addressing issues with transparency moving forward. Small conscious adjustments will strengthen both your self-trust and your credibility as a leader.
Additionally, seek feedback from those around you and your colleagues, your family, or your mentors to gain insights on how your actions are actually perceived. And this external perspective can help bridge any gaps between your intentions and the way that they are manifested in your leadership. Now, here's the biggie. We've often talked about this, emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is a key to influence. Daniel Goleman, the author of Emotional Intelligence, highlights that leaders with high EQ, or emotional intelligence, are far more effective than those who rely solely on their technical skills.
4 key elements of emotional intelligence are 1, self-awareness, which is knowing your strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. 2 is self-regulation, managing your emotions and staying composed under pressure. 3 is empathy, understanding others' emotions and perspectives, being able to put yourself in their shoes.
And there's a great Brené Brown YouTube video on empathy.
Yeah,
and
empathy versus sympathy.
Yep, correct.
It's an excellent watch. Number 4 is social skills, building relationships, resolving conflicts, and inspiring your team.
So as an example, let's look at Jeff Bezos. So we know Bezos is the legend who built Amazon. And he did this by focusing on a long-term vision rather than reacting emotionally to short-term challenges. His ability to remain calm and strategic under pressure helped Amazon become one of the most successful companies in history. And we mentioned just before Brené Brown. She's a renowned researcher on leadership and vulnerability. She emphasized the power of authenticity in leading teams. She said, vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when you have no control over the outcome.
Great leaders recognize that showing up as their true selves, even in moments of uncertainty, fosters that deep trust and connection within your team. So we urge you to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Take 5 minutes daily to reflect on your emotions and how they are impacting your leadership style. Start a journal to track situations where emotions influenced your decisions. Were you reactive, or did you approach the situation with intention? Over time, you'll start to recognize patterns and gain greater control over your emotional responses.
Also incorporate techniques such as deep breathing or meditation to regulate your emotions before making critical decisions. And it's really important that you do that. You should calm when you're not making emotional decisions, you're making calm, critical-based decisions. And this intentional self-awareness will enhance your leadership presence and influence. So what about, Jenny, purpose-driven leadership, which I believe is the key to long-term success?
Andrew Carnegie, one of the most influential industrialists in history, believed that true success comes from serving a purpose greater than oneself. Wise words. He famously stated, "The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled." Companies and leaders who lead with purpose tend to outperform those who focus purely on profit. Bezos built Amazon with a clear vision to be the most customer-centric company in the world. That purpose guided his decision-making, allowing Amazon to revolutionize e-commerce, and if you've ordered anything from Amazon recently, customer experience.
Hell yeah. Yeah, amazing. And another great example is Walt Disney, who didn't just create a business, he created a world of imagination and storytelling. And if you've ever been to Disneyland, it is just the happiest place on earth. It is freaking
amazing. Of magic.
It is so amazing. And his purpose was to bring joy to millions. And he once said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So purpose-driven leaders don't just talk about their vision, they act on it daily, minutely, hourly. So I urge you to define your why. Go back to the Simon Sinek quote, the why. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What impact do you want to make? Take some time to write your personal mission statement, one that reflects your core values and your long-term vision.
Think about the legacy you want to leave behind and the kind of influence you wish to have on others. Break this down into actionable goals and daily habits that align with your purpose. When you have a strong sense of purpose, decision-making becomes easier. Motivation remains high even during tough times. If you're unsure of your why, reflect on the moments in your life where you felt most fulfilled. What were you doing and why did it matter to you?
So to finish up, leadership isn't about titles or positions. Not at all. It's about inspiring others through authenticity and purpose. As you go forward, remember, be true to yourself. Authenticity builds trust. Lead with a higher purpose. Great leaders serve something greater than themselves. And learn from history's great leaders. Resilience, vision, and trust are the key.
To finish up, we have a challenge for you. This week, reflect on how you can lead with more authenticity and purpose. Start small, whether it's having a more honest conversation, defining your why, or acting with more consistency. Thanks for tuning into the Mind Compass. If you found value in today's discussion, share it with someone who wants to grow as a leader.
And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, lead with authenticity, lead with purpose, and watch the impact that you create.
Love and blessings.
See ya.